Hi and welcome to the last part of this tutorial. Now in this part we will do the materials, rendering and lightning, and probably some post-production in Photoshop. So we will keep the modeling away and focus only on these three things. So first of this is or are materials. Now we're doing four different materials. We need here leather, then we need here some wood, black plastic, let's say, and some metal. Now we already divided these two objects into material IDs, so I think we can straight go to the materials and the lighting and stuff like this. So let's start. And of course we divided also these small parts into material IDs. Okay, so I think I can start here. Now I will choose some materials from our library. Now I will need this metal stuff, then plastic reflective, made, and wood. Yep, can go with this one. For the leather we'll create an absolutely new material, so we will not go with ray trace type which is in the library, but we will create a new leather material directly from our hand design. Now before I start anything I will just clear the maps which are here. Inside this I will keep this. Probably I will change the color to something more black, and about this we can clear also the maps which are here and create or assign a new one. So let's start with assigning here a multi-sub object material. We can discard the old one. We know that we need just two, and the first one is the plastic. We will keep instance, and the second one is the metal. We will keep instance as well. Now here inside the map we'll turn this on. If it's off, turn it on. We need to see how the map is on our model. Now as you can see, here's the metal stuff, and here's the solar map from our plastic. Now it's pretty messy, so we'll apply here just an UV map for the pocus type. Yep. And looking at the pump map, we can go lower with the size. Let's go with 0.5. It should be fine like this. You can go to perspective and do the same. Also here again you can see here a gray element, and this is the metal. So again also on this we'll apply the UV map box. Now we'll select and assign the same material to our objects here. Okay, now we have also the screws there. We can from the selection menu select them and apply the metal material at once to them, even though they will be like not to see, but just to everything like okay, we can do that. Now I will select all my shapes and apply a general UV map modifier to them. They are very, very small, so we don't have to play with that. We could, of course, but to save some time I will just apply this general modifier and keep max to assign the material to them, and just map the bump map which will be there from his point, so we will not do anything there. Okay, so now we can apply the wood material. We have it here, some kind of preset. So we'll go to bitmap. I have here some textures, and I will use this one, wood 2, and straight I will apply the bump map with the slide, with the slightly value. So 0.2, let's go with 0.1, should be fine. Now the reflections are quite low. I don't want to make them higher, but if you want you can. We are using the Fresnel reflections here, so 1.4 it should be enough, quite enough. We can go also higher, like to 5, to have them more, but or 2, slightly more, and play with that by our test renders. But I think, okay, let's go with 2. It should be already fine also how it is. So let's apply it to our backplate. Now, as you can see, the texture is not aligned right, but that's fine, we'll fix that. And now let's create a new material. So we are here in our design. I will just rename this to leather. We'll select template called leather here, and we'll work with this. Keep this checked. I will go with the roughness quite lower, 0.4. The reflectivity, glossiness, let's go a bit higher, like 0.3. Reflectivity, we can go quite to small value, 0.2. We'll go here, custom reflectivity function, keep this high to 1, and the curved shape on 5. Also, we can change the fast close interpolation to same as rendering and a higher value by the neighboring points here. So the last tab which I want to change is the bump map. Now here is some general one applied from the template. We will choose here bitmap and apply one, which I made inside Photoshop, merging some textures together. So it's a custom made. I hope it will be nice. We'll increase the blur to 2 and increase this to 1, and we will see on our model of -1 how it's looking there. We'll probably go lower with the bump value, but to see really higher value would be nice to have this. Okay, the last thing is the color. Now we have here a black one. I would like to go with some kind of like this color, dark brown, something like this. Still, we'll see a bit later how it will be looking, and I think also we can delete the map which was there from from the preset. So here's a noise map, but like black and black there. So let's try this kind of color here. So again, as you can see, the material is very simple, just few settings, and it should be done already. And now let's apply it here first to our main stuff, and then also to our shapes. So again, I will select them like this and just apply at once. Okay, so looking at this from this point, we could delete all of the light, and we can try to make the mapping for the stuff. So we need to make the mapping for the cushions here from leather, and also for the backplates here from the wood. But here I think we can apply just some kind of video map modifier. One could fit actually. Let's try box. I think I will play a box one and we'll see how it will be looking. I don't want to play with this so much. I'd like to focus on the rest of that. And we'll start with this one. Now hit hide unselected. We'll need some space here and apply about the FFD under beauty. Now F4 and select an edge. We need to redefine the seams which are here. So I'll select this edge here and loop the selection. Now I will transform the edge to seams. You will see a blue line here. Okay, I will go to face, poly, and nothing is doing. That's quite strange. Control A. Okay, Control A and select expand face selection just the seams. Okay, so we'll be mapping just the area which we see on the render. We'll not do the bottom of the cushion, just the top and the sides. And it's enough because the rest is hide below the backplate. It's quite easy. Okay, let's go to pelt map. We'll keep it like default, just be sure that you have lock open edges checked. Start pelt it to this point, let's say, commit selection, and we'll use the relaxed which is here. Change this value, I don't want 15 and the amount to 5, 0.5. So relax the shape a bit, and if you are happy with what you see, just apply, stop that, scale it. To our texture, something like this. Okay, oops, no. Okay, we can turn this off, and I do. As you can see, the part which we were doing, it's nice, nice map, but the rest should be like this. But we don't care about that. We could play with this a bit more, but I think this kind of stuff is enough. Now, if I have this on my mind, I will also select the cylinders, the bottoms which we did. I will deselect these, and we have just this tiny stuff here, and I'll apply again. I'll add the texture to them. Okay, now hide unselected. We have here the backplate on wood. Now here we go with more options. First of all, we can a bit cheat or trick this. We can apply just an UV map with box. Oops, my bad. We can go to the gizmo and just stretch it up to something like this, and we will have a nice applied UV. I will keep this like this, and we can go back to this a bit later. I will just I'll try just to save some time because it's not so important here. It should be important, of course, but this tutorial is not about the mapping techniques. I want to do a render from this. The rest of the stuff I'm sure you can do yourself, or you can do it together. But here I would like to finish this because it will be a bit more harder a bit later. So I don't know, just give me your feedback on that. Again, I need some feedback from you guys. If you want that I do better tutorials, let's say. Okay, so select again an edge. I hope. Okay, let's go with this one. Yep. And we'll again do our blue shape, the seams. On the edge selection, Control A on the edge, and again we transform the selections just to the seams. Okay, now unhide all. Oops, unhide all. It's not enough. In this case, it's not enough. Also hide unselected, and we need also a few corners here. So what we can do, we can reset the UVs and just redefine it. So we should go somewhere here, hide unselected, one step here, and it should go like this. Now this will be quite hard to select. Or maybe not. Or maybe yes. I'm thinking now how the best to do this, because I don't want to select like everything and so what we can do, quiet. wisely is you can try to select a certain amount of faces in the top view, unhide all, we'll extend the selection until we'll cover our model, hide unselected, can go to pelt, and we'll try it like this, and we'll see what the result will have. Okay, let's relax this. Okay, again, use the same value or something similar which we used before. So the iteration 15, here is 0.5. Start relax it for some time, even though it's pretty hard to see what we are doing with that. We're just trying, you know, here. Okay, great. This was a jackpot. Okay, let's go here. We'll delete this modifier because it's horrible. Here we can go with the channel one. We don't need to use the pelt. We can go with the flatten modeling maybe. No, flatten not. Oh yes. Yeah, okay, we'll go just with that. Okay, copy this modifier, we'll use the same one also here. Get this and paste it there. I see why I didn't want to use that. Now this. Okay, one more time. Oops. Back the face. Let's try to increase face angle threshold here. No, it just moved. Okay. Try another type of mapping. One have to work. Nah, it's not good. Okay, we'll see how the render will be. Pretty shame. It's looking. Oops. One more time. I'd like to check something. It's looking like that, and it's this part, and this is this part. So we have these two parts. Get it a bit away from the shape, and let's rotate it more or less. Now we'll see if stitching. Oops, it's quite my bad. Okay, we'll try to again mix some cheats here. Let's call it like that. They're still different, which is understandable for someone, of course. Okay, okay, again. I'm just trying to why I was rotating that. Okay, I selected a bit too much. Okay. So let's try this configuration. I don't want much to use the stitch here. Okay. This should work more or less. Copy and paste it also here. Okay, let's go to this part. So as you can see, it was quite good. Decision to move this part to a separate part. So again, we lose Gizmo here. Okay, like this. And I think we can do the wooden parts at once right now. So by the wooden parts, I believe there is not much to do, to be honest, because we are not focusing on them, but on our leather parts. They are a bit more important for us. And of course, we could focus on everything, of course, but let's say we don't have so much time. We have, okay, don't get me wrong, we could sit here for a certain amount of time and try to solve all the tiny little problems here, but I don't think it's necessary here. Okay, let's try again this unidle. Okay, it's again too low for our selection. But it's pretty pity because it will be the easiest way how to do that. So we'll apply almost the same settings we did before. So we'll try to select the face with that unidle. Probably we need to go to selection anyway. Okay, hide unselected, and we'll apply again the pelt modifier here. Start pelting here a bit, and also use the relax tool. So again the same setting, so you can try something else, it's up to you. And we'll see what will happen. Okay. Oops. Okay, this mapping is quite bad. Okay, I will try, but this looks quite okay, to be honest. But the rest is looking quite wrong. See, it's good selected. So what is the problem here? Okay, the relax tool here is the problem. Okay, we'll not use that. In our case here, it's just the pelt modifier. Maybe changing certain things, change that, but will not examinate the problem. Okay, we'll see what we'll have here and decide what to do. But so hide unselected. Here we can go to the right view. Let's go to the right view. Select it like this. I'll just go it twice for sure. Once again. making quite mishmash there. Hmm. Okay. Let's try to scale it down. Some points it's horrible. No, this is quite strange. my in my opinion. Okay, I'll try to receive the eggs from here. I can select that. Okay, like this. Or we can try again from the right view. And we are selecting only the things in the back. To be honest, that's quite new for me. Okay, we'll try it like this. Yeah, it's much better. The pulled. Okay, so it looks like the reset X form is the key here. We can apply it also in the one below. Make this more relaxing here. Just scale texture down, texture the map. Okay, great. Or it's not so good. Yeah, of course, because no, this is possible. Oops, hide unselected. Okay, we'll need to do it one time. Okay, I don't understand why we cannot. Okay, reset the UVs. What we'll do. Okay, now we are selecting this and that. Okay. And I do. Let's be sure that really we are selecting everything. Not like me before. Okay. I don't select the pulled. Yeah, great. Okay, so sorry for the stuff before, but like sometimes just taking some time with certain things coming into your head and like ding, you see the X from man. Okay, perfect. Okay, we'll do the same here because we had the same problems. But also here, now let's select the face now. Yeah, I know. Now it's working. Quite strange. Quite strange. Let's be happy that's working. Okay, first of all, again, I forgot. We say it's from here, and above that, we'll apply the unavailability. Now I a bit understand why people are doing this sometimes, or quite often. Okay, now we have the form, and I do just to check. Yeah, we are safely, or we safely select everything. Pulled. Yeah, this is great. Okay, it's pretty nice if something is working. How should it's a good feeling. Okay, stop relaxing. You can play with the rest of them if you want. I will not this time. Just applied Sama here, and I do. And I think we are done with the UV maps. Okay, now we have the mapping, we have the textures and materials and everything and so on. Now we are going to do light. Now we have here this background here, like studio lighting. So we'll use photometric light at first. We'll place it somewhere here. Change the shadows to ray trace shadows. Uniform diffuse, rectangle, top view. Oops. I'll rotate that to face a plane. I'll make it probably larger. The intensity of that lower, probably more. Also probably change the color of that. To something like this. Now I will change this to elastic just to see it a bit better. Now okay, let's adjust our light. Take it pretty high, maybe a bit larger. Maybe it's still too strong. Oh, we will see all that, of course. Now let's go to materials and let's make it absolutely white, our background. First of all, environment. We need an HDR map because we have certain reflective materials there. So HDR, which I have here, quite a lot of them. We'll use our default one, which we are using, or I'm using quite often. Keep it instance. It's very cool. Now, exposure control. Let's try our first render. We'll see if we have enough lights there or not. Now we have pretty enough of the lights there. Looking at that, but as you can see, this is like light, this is not light. Why? Let's go to the top view. It's still like that. Okay, let's go below. I'm a bit confused, but I guess I know where's the problem with this. Try something. I will hit here poly edit. Poly, I'll edit poly. Yep. Let's select all and flip. Yeah. Quite strange. Now I understand why we was selecting the back face. Okay. One more time exposure control. Now it should be absolutely different. Yeah, now it should be okay. Let's go to a light. Here we are. I'll move it probably a bit back. Maybe increase this. Now we can use more lights here. To be honest, we can go from the sides there. Or Oh, can we do it like this? Let's try the exposure the best. First adjust the stuff and then the rest. And artificially later get the light up, maybe better in our case. Okay, and set up. First of all, let's go with some default settings. So, small samples and low draft. And we will do our first test run. It will be a bit dark, I guess. Okay, probably 1 was too much, like 0.5 should be enough. Even though like people are like I'm now thinking like it's really not enough. Yeah, it's too much. It's too much. Even though it's not looking so bad. Okay, it's too much. Okay, first of all, we are changing the bump map to minus 0.7. Should be a difference. Now here you see it's not black. It's not black because we have here some reflections. 0.45. Let's go just with 25. It should be now a bit more dark. And also we will go with 1 pounds. So far we will try just 1. The dark areas should be lighter and so on. I think we can go even lower with that. Okay. 0.1. And we'll go 2 bounces. 2.55. This should be my last value change. And here can go 0.25 maybe. A bit more. The bump would be nice. Maybe it's too much, but we'll see. We can increase the blue. Now you will see what will happen if we increase the blue here. It's a bit softer. It's nice when stuff is softer, so let's go 0.5. I don't want to, can try to decrease this to 0.75 to blue. And now can also move this a bit here. Try again, and the color of the letter is quite nice. I like it. Yeah, the bump is not went up. It's good. It's good. I like it. On the root, it have to be enough. It's more black. That's good too. And I think we have a winner here. Now we can try to play a bit more with the light. A bit more with the light. So we'll go with 2 bounces for sure. Now we could do like lights from here, but I'm a bit afraid that it will not have any effect to our render here. We could do that, but I'm just thinking if it's for something good if we do that. And every time when I think about that, it's like, no. So I don't know. Okay, I will not do that. I think we have enough light there. We have 1 light source. I know, but 2 bounces. But it's bouncing and it can bounce in our case. Okay, we can try to place here one more light. One more very soft light without any shadow. Let's go just like 50 or something. Okay, let's take that, place it somewhere, I don't know where. Let's go with a lower value, 35. And from the top view, we do the same from the other side. So we will have two more light sources in our scene, and this have to be enough. Okay, I would like to see what will happen with that. There's a bit more light, I think. I think also more reflections, which is not so bad. Really, I like this more. We'll just maybe adjust the exposure here. Exposure, and we'll go with a bit darker image. Just like for this case, still we can adjust this in Photoshop. Now, is there any chance that we can go darker with this material? Okay, let's try this. We'll do the last test render here, and I will do the main render, and then the post-production Photoshop. Yeah, it's a bit darker. Okay, I think it's quite nice for a render where we don't have any environment around. You know, like this is more black, but the bump is quite high. Okay, we'll decrease the bump here for sure. You know, if you have some interior and you will render something like this, it will be absolutely different. Right? So you have an environment. We don't have any environment here at all. It's just like the HDR map and the plane behind, but the light can't reflect or bounce. The reflections are different, and a lot of stuff is absolutely different, like by a render in a normal scene. You know. Okay, so let's increase this to 0.5, the edge points to 300, and we will do the render like this. The rest we will keep default. So if we would like to compare model render to the stuff which we had, like reference pictures, honestly we can, because the scene is different, and it's a big difference if you have their furniture, as I said before, where the light can bounce from the shelf to the TV and back to some table and back to a chair, and if you have just like an open scene. And also the reflections, we have just the HDR map and the plane there for reflections, and also the two models. So the two models can reflect from each other, and from the plane and from the HDR map, but it's too less. In a real world, it's not working like this, of course. In the real world, we will have a lot more opportunities for the light, for the photons taking the light through the room. the opportunity to bounce and take the color to the next object, cast it there and there. So a lot more stuff, of course, which will affect the scene. Here we don't have it, but still, I think fundamentally isn't so bad. Pretty, let's say, surprised. It's quite, I like it. We used a new material. We used more with the mapping, and I was using so much mapping like here. And at the end, I like how the render is looking. I like how our wrinkles, the mate and max, are going together with the wrinkles which we did with the bump map. It's really nice. I wasn't expecting this kind of result. I really like that. And so on. So I'm pretty happy with the result for a render here. So what we'll do here right now is we'll make this render, take it to Photoshop. I will render an ambient occlusion map, take it to Photoshop, merge it together, do some probably color corrections, and other stuff, and we will see what settings we will like and so on. So we was doing again something different. Now I hope that the way how I approach the tutorials is good for you, enough for you, and it's enough clear to understand. I'm a bit afraid about this because everyone was telling me, oh please don't explain me anything, you can or you can't do that and so on. So I hope it's enough, like here, that you can see my steps and so on. And also I hope you like that I'm really trying to do tutorials which are different from each other. Like, okay, we also already doing chairs, but not something like this. And so we don't have like 50 tutorials about cars. I know it's quite interesting for a lot of people, but still, I think it's good to have different kind of tutorials from which you can really learn something, and you can take this and transfer to something other. So right now I'm going to do an ambient occlusion map. Just created a material, place it inside render setup, so all materials will be override with, okay, what was for 2.3 with the ambient occlusion material which we have. So 0.1, 1.1 should be good enough. So we'll do now the ambient occlusion map, merge it together in Photoshop to make the shadows a bit better and apply some corrections. Now, because we was replacing all materials inside this scene for the ambient occlusion map, we don't have the highlights and shadows or dark spots and the white spots for the wrinkles which was made using a bump map. To be able to do this, we will have to do separate materials for the chair, so it's useless. I think it's useless, so we'll just do this and apply it. We'll see how it will be looking. do some corrections and we'll see our final render. By the way, I think this is quite better than a VIP render which we did before. Oh, I just like it a bit more. You can see more the shape of your model, the hard edges, or the edges themselves, and so on. So it's quite nice. Okay, a few moments and we are ready with it, and we can jump to Photoshop. Now you can see here the small shadows. Now I think I didn't saw them in our final render, but okay, let's copy that. Yeah, they're very small. So let's place this above. Let's go with multiply here. It's not better at all. go with 30. That's too much. 25. Yeah, much better. Okay, Control A, Control Shift C, and Control V. Now with this hotkeys, you will do a merge through all layers. So it's quite handy. Now we'll apply. What we'll apply? We'll apply probably some exposure correction, some color balance. We don't want to use any photo filter, but we can place it there. No, we will not. We'll see at the end. Maybe yes. I don't know. So we have this. We will need curves here. Color balance we have already. My bad. So I think it's everything. So let's make some corrections here. Now color balance, quite important to get the right look for ladder and other stuff. So just do something which you like. I'll for sure does something which I like. So you can do the same. Okay. Okay. Now the curves. Too much highlights. Too much dark. So can go with something like this, I think. Now again, Control A, Control Shift C, and Control V. You can also try to apply some kind of blur effect here. We can go to noise. We can go to noise hidden. Let's go set the settings, and we can try either multiply here. The not high value or overlay. But using overlay will do the highlights again a bit up. So I will try to multiply with a small value like 10. Yeah, it's quite enough. Again, in Control A, Control Shift C, Control V, I will do a blank layer above. Let's go to black. We'll do two stripes up and down. Black stripes. It's always nice to have these stripes there. Well, not in this case. Usually I like them, but looking here, this maybe they're just small. Can be also bad. Oops. Let's delete the bottom. Okay, in this case, can move this down, put it like this, and you can also apply a small blur on the wall image. Let's go to Gaussian blur. Too much. It should be fine. And I'm done. So this is my final render, and I really hope you liked the tutorial and so on. And I hope to see you by some next tutorial, and please give me your feedback to this tutorial. Really. Very nice, but please don't give me feedback like let's be honest, it's okay for me if it's positive or negative. Critique, feedback should be like this, but just give me some constructive feedback. If it's positive or negative, it's okay for me, but if it's some kind of just like stuff, it's not good. Okay, so if you have any questions, any problems, please use our forms or our contact form or the comment to ask. I'm pretty sure I can go to your problems, or I can go back to your problems very fast, and we can solve it together, and so on. So if it's anything, just contact us. I'm sure we can solve everything. And also, if you have any questions to anything else, you can do the same. So once more, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial, and I will see you by some next tutorial next time. So bye bye.